In today's video, we have an amazing new Legends League strategy that you have got to use. 10 Dragon Riders are absolutely dominating the meta. Make sure you use them and don't miss out. If you want to finish high up in Legends, this is the army for you. Let's jump into the army composition. What you will need is 5 Infernal Baby Dragons and 10 Dragon Riders in your army. For the spells, 1 Overgrowth, 7 Totems, 1 Freeze, 1 Poison. In your clan castle, you want 4 Super Minions and 4 Totem spells, and then fill it up with whatever you want. For the hero portion, you want the following. On the Archer Queen, it's Frosty, Action Figure and Giant Arrow. On the Grand Warden, it's Sneezy, Eternal Tome and Heal Tome. On the Minion Prince, it's Angry Jelly, Meteor Staff and Dark Orb. And for the Royal Champion, it's Phoenix, Seeking Shield and Rocket Spear. Link to this army will be down in the description. Let's dive into some attacks. So here we have it, guys. I've been using this army in Legends personally myself, and I've got a lot of good results from it. And honestly, all of the attacks I've been doing have kind of the same setup and the same fundamental things I be going for. So basically, looking at this base, I saw that I get a decent Giant Arrow if I shoot it from 12 o'clock into this multi-inferno, and then I also get a free air defense if I use the Royal Champion at the 9 o'clock side of the base. So there comes that Giant Arrow through the multi-target inferno, activating the Invis Tower. Royal Champion, pop that ability instantly because you want to make sure you get as much value as you can from the Royal Champion. And then getting that air defense was a huge bonus. And now we want to send our Dragon Riders in towards this monolith so we can push them down onto the base in towards this Town Hall and this Revenge Tower. Infernal Baby Dragons come in behind. I'm doubling up on the totems. Sometimes I'm tripling up on the totems just to make sure that I can keep all of these Dragon Riders alive. Now the main reason I overgrowth this Fire Spitter right here is to push the Dragon Riders directly into the Revenge Tower, and that way they can go straight into the Town Hall and be able to take it down. So even if something goes a little bit awkward for you guys, you can definitely ensure that you're getting the Town Hall. The Infernal Baby Dragons work really well with this army because they clean up all of the buildings that your troops essentially miss, because the Dragon Riders only target defenses, right? Now I had 2 more totem spells remaining. I dropped one right here just to kind of tank one of the multi-inferno beams, and also to make sure that my super minions were able to take down this compartment. But as you can see, there's so many Dragon Riders still left. We've got Infernal Baby Dragons, the Minion Prince is still alive, the Warden is still alive right here. Dropped a couple of minions on the cleanup for the Rico Cannon, and again, it's a decent hit, and you can get so much triples if you use this army. As you can see right here, the Meteor Staff putting in absolute work. I'm getting hit with a couple of Seeking Airmans from the Dragon Riders, but essentially plenty of army, plenty of power remaining, and this is one of many triples you will see in this video. Yeah guys, we see bases like this in Legends all the time, and honestly they can be so annoying. And that's the first thing I saw. I was like, oh, how am I gonna attack? But then I realized it's kind of the same concept regardless of what base you want to attack. I was looking at these air defenses and I saw one at 12 and one at 3 o'clock exposed. So I'm going to send my Queen for the 3 o'clock air defense, and then the Royal Champion for the 9 o'clock air defense. Essentially, it makes a decent little pathing for the Dragon Riders to come in on the defenses, right? Which is amazing. You always want to place this Siege Barracks with the Archer Queen, and then there comes that Royal Champion at the top side. Don't look at the Giant Arrow from the Queen. I was meant to get that air defense, but I kind of missed. But we all make mistakes. The Queen will be able to pick it off eventually. I used the Totem spell trying to tank that Headhunter. Didn't quite work out. We used the early Eternal Tome right here. Now the main reason is I was scared that there was going to be a bunch of Seeking Air Mines, a bunch of Red Air Bombs right here in this compartment. And then I knew if I used that Warden ability early, I can then use the Minion Prince ability a little bit later on, is exactly what I did. And I'll have more totems for the back end of this attack. And as you can see, the Dragon Riders are just pushing on through the base. The Overgrowth on the left hand side right there was just to ensure that my Dragon Riders stayed together. But what happened was the Overgrowth wore off a little bit earlier, so I saw my Minion Prince and the Infernal Baby Dragons were kind of bunched up together. So what I ended up doing was sending the totems over on that side, have them clear up that one side, have my Dragon Riders clear up the bottom side right here, and then again, look at this guys, it's absolutely crushed. There's so many Dragon Riders still alive. Of course, the long shot picked off a few of them, which was a bit unfortunate because of the isolated Town Hall. But the super minions made quick work of it, and again, it was another triple as easy as you like, and it was honestly, you need to use this army guys, it's so OP. Now, jumping onto this attack, As you can see, we have the isolated single target Infernos. I wasn't a huge fan of them, to be honest. I was a little bit worried. How are we going to make this happen? Are we going to be able to get our Dragon Riders the way we wanted? And then I was able to see that we can have a nice pathing. If I use the single here and take it out with the Royal Champion, send a giant arrow through the monolith from the 12 o'clock side, I can actually get some decent damage, activate the Invis Tower, as well as picking off that single, reducing the damage of the Dragon Riders, and they're going to be able to push on through. And that's exactly what we did. I was planning for a bit here, you know, I was like, oh, how am I going to do it? And then I figured it out. Here we go. Giant arrow through the monolith right there, absolutely perfect. Activates that Invis Tower how I wanted. I let the Queen walk for a little bit, popping the RC ability instantly. The Seeking Shield getting that air defense was actually a little bit of a bonus. Now this, I may tweak it a little bit and take 1 or 2 balloons, because as you saw, as I dropped my Dragon Riders, they instantly hit a couple of Seeking Air Mines, which isn't quite ideal. But like right here is something that you're going to see is that I overgrowth over the Rage Tower as well as this multi-gear, because this allows me to push in directly to the Revenge Tower and push down onto the base, trying to get this Town Hall as quickly as possible. I did try to use a totem to keep my Royal Champion alive, didn't quite work out. The Queen ended up fizzling out, and another mistake that you saw me make was I didn't drop my Infernal Baby Dragons, right? So I made a couple of mistakes in this attack, but again, sometimes, you know, when you fail in Legends or when you misplace troops, you're most likely going to fail. But right here, I'm going to show you guys. So I freeze over the Town Hall, getting every single one of that hero in there. The Infernal Baby Dragons are actually going to roast every single one of those heroes. I'm using the totems to tank for the single Infernos. And even though I let my Queen and my RC die a little bit early on, because I wasn't paying too much attention, I'll be honest, I was still able to power on through. I didn't even place my Infernal Baby Dragons, and again I still had more than enough firepower to come in, absolutely crush this base, get the 3-star even with the mistakes at hand. The Meteor Staff does come in clutch, especially on this one, if you can keep that Royal Champion alive, the Minion Prince alive for as long as you can. And again, it's another 3-star. So this army, even if you do mess up a little bit, it can be very, very forgiving. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't value in Legends. They think as soon as something messes up, they're going to fail. If you try this army, even if you have a little hiccup, you'll still be able to recover. Before we get into the last attack of the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Use code BLUE for any in-game purchases. And if you need any pro bases, you know, Blueprint is the place for you for coaching, for bases, anything you need. We give you these amazing attack strategies. We give you the best content on YouTube. So make sure to show us that love back, drop a comment, and show us how much you enjoyed this video. And tell us if you're going to try this attack strategy in Legends for yourself as well. Now, looking at this base, I saw there was an awkward offset Invis Tower, right? So I activated that Invis Tower with the giant arrow from 6 o'clock. Now my main goal for the Royal Champion was to try to pick up this monolith. But I did end up sending my Dragon Riders in through there. So I'm going to use my totems, as you can see right here, tanking for the Revenge Tower. I end up overgrowthing this Fire Spitter right here, just so that my Dragon Riders can push in. Oh my god, the Seeking Air Mines are absolutely picking me apart. Thankfully, I've got more Dragon Riders than this defense has got a Seeking Air Mine, so that's absolutely perfect. But as you could see from the top side, I was using a couple of totems to keep my Royal Champion alive, to help the Dragon Riders push on through the base, of course. And then we have Infernal Baby Dragons cleaning up at the outside. I'm using my totems to tank for the Minion Prince, as well as the long shot right here. We ended up having an Ice Hound in the opposing CC, which was a little bit annoying, but thankfully I kept that poison spell handy, so as soon as that went down, it was able to get the job done and take down all of those lava pups. But look at these Infernal Baby Dragons, they're cleaning up very, very quickly. And again, look at the amount of troops I have remaining. I still have my Minion Prince up, I still have a Dragon Rider still alive and kicking. I have my Super Minion still up as well. The action figure from the Queen is still alive. The Queen is still alive as well. You're going to have so much left over that sometimes you won't even know what to do. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one for another banger video. Take care, peace out, have an amazing day, and peace.